Hi friends! Do you want to know about one of the oldest plants in the world? Come with me, I'll show you. This is papyrus, one of the oldest plants in the world. Archaeologists found papyrus in Egypt in a tombs dated 4,500 years and older. Can you imagine such a long living plant? And this is the one. The scientific name for the plant is Ciperus Papyrus, and it grew in the delta of Nile, and another name for that is the paper plant, because paper papyrus is coming from that plant and made out of that plant. It can grow up to 5 meters high and will end up with a beautiful flower. Look. If you look at this straight, what do you see? Does it remind you something? If a child will draw a picture, will it look like a sun? Exactly. For Egyptians, it would be sun, and they would consider it as the holy plant because sun was their god. Papyrus would put their feet into the water, into the fresh water or dam water, as you see here. And another type of papyrus also growing here. This is a dwarf papyrus. It doesn't grow as big, it stays small, and out of that plant we can't make paper because it's too tiny. Paper is made out of the big papyruses. What else they did out of papyrus? They did mats, they did sandals, baskets and boats. Do you remember mother of Moses? What she did out of this plants? She made a basket for her son Moses, baby Moses, and she put a pitch around so it doesn't leak, and she put a baby Moses inside. She covered it and closed it, and then she put it in the drifting waters of the Nile. Swamping with crocodiles was very dangerous, and she prayed, and a sister of Moses also prayed. And basket got stuck in a reeds, and it might be the papyrus plant that grew so much around Pharaoh's daughter palace. And then she found baby Moses, and she opened the basket, and there's baby Moses. In the papyrus plants, many birds, as you see, found a refuge and then building a nest. We can't cut the plant in nature reserve, not allowed to, but I will show you where we can find more plants. Papyrus will grow in the flowing waters, in the rivers, like this one. Well, we collected papyrus plants, and now we're going to start making papyrus paper, a real Egyptian papyrus paper. And the result will be like that. This papyrus come all the way from Egypt.
I cut a big stick from the papyrus, and if you see, from the bottom you see triangle. Triangle is important. What is triangular in Egypt? Right, there's pyramids. Pyramids are the more sturdy structure than a cube, and the Egyptians used triangle for that structure to make it firm and sturdy. So what we do, we cut a little piece from the stem. It's very hard bark. Now, to make a paper, we're gonna cut the bark off. We're not using it for the paper. Just like that. All three sides. And again, we're gonna get a triangle shape. That leftovers of barks we will use for the mats, for the mats like that, and for the baskets, and for the boards. But inside that pit, we're gonna cut in 3 or 4 pieces. You see, if you use it just like that, it's very breakable. Now we have to make it pliable and soft. In order to make it pliable and soft, we have to put it in the water and keep it in the water for 7 or 14 days. If you keep it for 7 days, it's gonna get soft and slimy if you touch it here. And it's gonna get more pliable, just like that. If you keep it longer and it becomes darker color, like you see here, I kept it much longer in the water. After it stayed in the water for 7 days, we have to make it even more smooth. To get the water out, we're gonna use the rolls. Now, amount of sugar in these lines decline from 20 to 5%. And after it's been in the water and been worked on, we're gonna start making papyrus. In order to make papyrus, we're gonna use the cotton, piece of cotton, and start overlapping that papyrus paper, just like that. Vertical line, close to each other, overlapping a little bit, and horizontal line. Just like that. And now, without the glue, we're gonna use again the roller and roll it. Water comes out and goes into the cloth. Now we're gonna leave that under the press for 7 more days. Put the second wooden press and put something very heavy on top and leave it for 7 days. And after 7 days, it will become glued together and we can see what's going to happen. Let's look at this papyrus more carefully. So what do you see? On the left upper corner, you see the bird This is the vulture, sacred Egyptian bird carrying Ankh, symbol of life for Egyptians. And there you see two pharaohs. They're normally portrayed much higher than other people. This is the slave fixing the hairdo for the pharaoh's wife. And there underneath more slaves. You can see writings everywhere, and if the writing is circled by cartouche, a rope with a knot, then you know it's a name of Pharaoh or king. You see that Pharaoh and his wife presented two bouquets. One is the papyrus plant, another one is lotus flower. And it's very important. Upper corner, you see more writings, hieroglyphs. Egyptians used gold, red, black, and blue colors, all natural colors that acted from the plants and stones. This is a real papyrus. That is how you're gonna distinguish the real papyrus from the fake papyrus. If you look at the papyrus through in the sun, you will see the lines, horizontal and vertical. This papyrus is real but not very high quality, because there's some papyrus is thin and another one are broader and they're overlapping. It's a real one but not very high quality. To know that is real one, you can also check if the lines are broad or narrow. If the lines are too narrow, it means it's made out of banana paper and it's not a real papyrus. If the lines are narrow, then it most probably made out of papyrus paper. Hope this lesson was interesting for you, and some of you might even want to make yourself papyrus at home if you can get hold of papyrus plant. Good luck!